All right, Fuzzy here, and I thought I'd give you just a quick kind of a guide on the new editor, just because things are a little different now, and it may take some getting used to. Now we're on my profile page first because I want you to notice the way that your posts are previewed, like on your profile or on the front page of Sent. You will see the title at the bottom, the author, the date, but it's going to only show the first block from the editor. Like if I go down here, my first NFT, right, I had this line of text first and then my image underneath. But in this version of Sent, it only takes the very first block. So block is, we'll see that in the editor here. So let's open up a new post. And just like, you get your title. Okay, here's my title. And now the block is, I'm calling it a block because I come from WordPress, but this box is your first type of content. So it can be text, it can be an image, or it can be the YouTube, SoundCloud, or Twitter embed. Just put in your link for these things. All right, so if I want my image to come first in my post, I should put an image here, or an image to be previewed when it's in my profile or on the front page. You should put an image here. But just for the sake of a demonstration here, so I'm starting with a text block. Okay, so if I publish this right now, this will be what you see in the preview. Now, you may notice, wait, where's my formatting? Where's my image? The formatting, if you highlight the text, it'll pop up after you highlight the text. So these are all your formatting options. So let's say I want put some bold text in here. Maybe I want to do some italic here. And then, maybe I wanted an image. I need an image in this post, right? Now, the problem is if you want it between your paragraphs, you can't do it. Well, you're going to have to do a little workaround because an image is a whole nother block or another box. So if you click the plus sign down here, it's going to give you your next block or your next box of content. So when you publish it, it'll show you it'll put them on in order, first block, then underneath that, second block, underneath that, third block, just like a normal article or the post from last Sent. But for this, you have to have an image. Okay, we'll put my Sent image real quick. All right, so there's my image, but if I want it between these two paragraphs, I have to actually move this paragraph over to a new block after the image. So it helps if you kind of have your post planned out before you actually go here, before you start editing. So now here's another thing I noticed. If you copy it, let's say I copy, and then I paste it over here. Now my image is between my two paragraphs, but I don't know if you noticed my formatting disappeared. My italic font isn't italic anymore. So you just have to keep that in mind if you're copying and pasting. All right, so now to get a new block, maybe I want to keep going. Okay, I got my paragraph, image, paragraph. Okay, I can scroll over. Maybe I want to do another image or whatever. So I can keep going there. If I want to get rid of a block or one of these boxes, say maybe I don't need this one, you just go up here to the three dots, click your delete button, confirm that. All right, so now if I wanted to publish this right now, the preview in my feed or on the front page feed, it'll only show paragraph 1 and then the title of my post up here. Okay, so that doesn't look that great, right? So if I want to move my image up here so people will see that in my preview, I can just drag these little buttons over here or down here. I can drag them around and reorder my blocks. So then people will see this image when they preview my post. That's something to keep in mind. Now I did notice another thing. Bulleted lists are available, which is fantastic. So let's say I want to make my list here, item 2. So I can just highlight that, turn it into a list. And if I hit the tab key, it'll get a nested list. But I noticed when I published my first post on this new editor, with this new editor, I noticed that the nested list didn't work. It actually put the nested list items up here after item 2. So I don't know if that's just like a bug, or maybe I did something funny before I published. B. All right, and then maybe I want to go back here, just hit enter again in an empty one, and then it'll take you back. Maybe I don't need another one down here. Hit enter, and I'm back to my normal paragraph style. You can do, your header, do a block quote, put in some links. All right, same idea as before. You just have the nice pop-up formatting options, which is fantastic. All right, so that's kind of the basics of the new editor. Change things around however you think it should look, add new blocks, and everything else is pretty much the same. Put it in the channel you want. Now I noticed one thing here on desktop in the dark mode. It's after you pick the category here, you can barely read it, but you can reward it. I noticed there's a minimum of $1 right now, it looks like. Save your work every once in a while for you. You can save it yourself. Just click Save Now. Oh, one other thing that I really like is the full screen editor. So I can take each block and turn it into a full screen if I'm, typing out some big long article, which is kind of nice. All right, so I think that is kind of the basics of the new editor. I mean, it's a little different, but after you get used to it, I think it'll be pretty nice. And let me know if you have any questions or see something else that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching.